Early awareness and scientific consensus. The late 20th century marked a pivotal era in climate change awareness, spurred by a growing body of scientific evidence linking human activities to global warming. In 1988, the establishment of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, by the United Nations was a significant milestone, aimed at assessing the scientific information related to climate change. The IPCC's first assessment report in 1990 confirmed the warming trend and the role of human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. This report was crucial in galvanizing global attention, leading to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, in 1992, which sought to stabilize greenhouse gas concentrations to prevent dangerous anthropogenic interference with the climate system. The Kyoto Protocol and global response. The 1997 Kyoto Protocol represented a landmark agreement under the UNFCCC, committing industrialized nations to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It set binding targets for 37 industrialized countries and the European Community, marking the first significant international effort to mitigate climate change. Despite its groundbreaking nature, the protocol faced significant challenges, including the withdrawal of the United States in 2001 and the lack of binding commitments for developing nations. Nonetheless, it established important mechanisms such as emissions trading and the Clean Development Mechanism, CDM, which incentivized sustainable development in developing countries and fostered global cooperation on climate action. Growing public awareness and activism. As scientific consensus solidified, public awareness of climate change began to rise, fueled by high-profile reports, documentaries, and environmental campaigns. Al Gore's 2006 documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, played a crucial role in bringing climate science to the forefront of public consciousness. The film highlighted the urgency of the climate crisis and underscored the need for immediate action. Concurrently, grassroots movements and environmental organizations amplified their efforts, leading to the growth of global campaigns like 350.org and the widespread observance of Earth Hour. These efforts were instrumental in raising awareness and pressuring policymakers to prioritize climate action. The Paris Agreement and renewed commitments. The 2015 Paris Agreement marked a significant evolution in international climate policy, aiming to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with efforts to restrict the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Unlike the Kyoto Protocol, the Paris Agreement required commitments from all countries, recognizing the common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities of each nation. The agreement emphasized transparency, accountability, and the need for regular updates to national commitments. It fostered a sense of global solidarity and urgency, although challenges remained in ensuring that national commitments were ambitious and effectively implemented. Technological advancements and renewable energy. Technological advancements have played a pivotal role in addressing climate change, particularly through the development and deployment of renewable energy sources. The late 20th and early 21st centuries witnessed significant progress in solar, wind, and other renewable technologies, leading to substantial cost reductions and increased adoption. Innovations in battery storage, energy efficiency, and smart grid technologies have further bolstered the transition to a low-carbon economy. These advancements have not only contributed to emissions reductions, but also highlighted the economic viability and job creation potential of green technologies, fostering broader support for climate action. Climate justice and equity. The discourse on climate change has increasingly recognized the importance of climate justice and equity, emphasizing that the impacts of climate change disproportionately affect vulnerable and marginalized communities. This recognition has led to a greater focus on ensuring that climate policies and actions are inclusive and equitable. Indigenous groups, frontline communities, and developing nations have advocated for their rights and the need for support in adapting to climate impacts. The concept of a just transition has gained prominence, emphasizing the need to ensure that the shift to a low-carbon economy is fair and inclusive, providing opportunities for all. Youth movements and global mobilization. In recent years, youth movements have emerged as powerful voices in the climate change discourse, demanding urgent and ambitious action from world leaders. The Fridays for Future movement, initiated by Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, has mobilized millions of young people worldwide, highlighting the intergenerational injustice of climate inaction. These movements have utilized social media and global platforms to advocate for stronger policies and greater accountability. Their activism has underscored the urgency of the climate crisis and the need for immediate and sustained action to ensure a livable future for all generations. Ongoing challenges and future directions. Despite significant progress in raising awareness and fostering international cooperation, climate change remains a formidable challenge. The gap between current policies and the emissions reductions needed to meet the Paris Agreement targets persists, necessitating more ambitious and immediate action. The increasing frequency and severity of climate-related disasters underscore the need for enhanced adaptation and resilience efforts. Looking ahead, the focus must remain on accelerating the transition to a sustainable, low-carbon economy, fostering innovation, and ensuring that climate policies are inclusive and equitable. Continued global cooperation, strong political will, and sustained public engagement will be crucial in addressing the climate crisis and securing a sustainable future for all.